I was out on a walk the other day and I came to a really startling realization. When people think of the word philosopher, they normally think of some stuffy person from the 1800s. They certainly don't think of themselves. But that's exactly what we are. We are all philosophers. A philosophy is an approach to life, how we perceive things, and that forms the basis of our thoughts about things. So whether you are a part of it or not, you have a philosophy. This got me thinking. If I didn't consciously create a philosophy for myself, then who or what did? I want to tell you a story about someone that growing up, they loved to play the piano. They would take piano lessons, they had one at home, and they would practice really hard at it. It was a true passion of theirs. And their parents over time just kind of gave them the idea that maybe they weren't that good at playing the piano. Maybe it just wasn't something that they were meant to do. This person becomes discouraged. They give up on their dream and their passion of playing the piano. Fast forward about 4 decades and just on a whim over their friend's house, they happen to have an electric piano or something like that. And they decide to play it and they're playing really well. And the friend is like, I didn't know you could play the piano like this. Like, what do you mean? And this person says, I do, but I'm not very good at it. No, you really are. This is a story that happens all the time. Having the experience of their parents telling them that maybe they should give up on playing the piano changed the entire trajectory of that person's life in terms of their philosophy towards playing the piano. They had concluded that they just were not very good at it and they never bothered to continue trying to develop or improve. Who knows how good they could have gotten? While this example is more external, I feel like the same concept applies to things like our character traits and our overall behavior. If someone grows up and they had a really rough experience socially and they just came away from it feeling that they weren't good at socializing and they become really shy as a result, that is a form of subconscious acceptance that experience has defined their philosophy towards how they socialize. That kind of foundation can drastically alter the way someone develops and the type of person that they become. Now, this isn't some brand new concept that no one's ever thought of before, but I do think looking at it through the lens of a philosophy is really interesting and it makes me feel like I'm onto something. If I look at something as a philosophy, at least for me, I consciously start to look at it more objectively, look at the mechanics of how something works out. For example, my negative self-talk. If I'm putting myself down for not doing well at a video game, if I look at it, well, is my philosophy towards playing a game that if I'm not perfect, I'm just going to beat myself up? It doesn't make it much sense. But in the act, going through the motion, that's just the natural thing that happens. Looking at it as a philosophy helps me kind of put a stop on it, look at it from an outside perspective and potentially make some changes. It's not an overnight change, but I do think it's helped me grow as a person over time. Past experiences, beliefs given to us by parental figures, watching the other experiences of our friends, and just society at large really dictates the philosophy that we develop and have towards life. The opinions that we have about ourselves and the world around us, it all comes from somewhere. And out of all the ways for someone to develop a philosophy towards life, I feel like conscious thought and conclusion are some of the rarest. So with that said, I challenge you. I challenge you to look at different things and different aspects of your personality and your life that you feel are solidified and see if maybe they're not as concrete as you thought. I would love to look down in the comments and have someone say, hey, thanks, Albert, for making this video. I'm going to start playing the piano again. But what do you think? Am I onto something? I feel like I am. If you appreciate the video, I would love a like, all the YouTube stuff and whatnot. But until the next video, my name is Albert. This has been On to Something, and I'll catch you later.